Hello, all my merrymakers. I have one thing to say in my defense. I was left unsupervised and there was yarn. I have a problem. On a more serious note, I think I have a problem. But Manfa said something that made it sound like buying lots of yarn in bulk was okay. Like, we're not hoarders, we're something else. I can't remember what she said now. Correct. Anyway, I bought yarn. Nobody's surprised. Um, where I bought yarn from might be a little bit surprising. So I went to Goodwill today to get some things for my daughter, who is growing very fast. This morning we tried to put on her shoes, and she told me that my shoes are too small. To be fair, Daddy had picked out a particularly thick pair of wool socks because it's starting to get chilly around here. And we're still kind of walking to school in the mornings. But since she said it so nicely and eloquently, I was just like, okay, let's go to Goodwill. Let's get a pair of shoes. While I was at Goodwill, I couldn't help myself. I was like, okay, I'm going to look at the yarn. There's usually a basket in the back, and it's usually full of low quality yarn. But there were some gems today, and also in my defense, I put some back. So the first one is kind of sparkly. This is from Lion Brand. It's called Moonlight Mohair. And because it is so fuzzy, they categorize it as a bulky 5. They recommend a 6.5 millimeter knitting needle or crochet hook. Each one has only 82 yards or 75 meters. But the thing says if you want to knit the scarf, all you need is one ball. So we'll see. It is 35% mohair, 30% acrylic, 25% cotton, 10% metallic, and I bought 3 in Rainbow Falls. Me? Rainbow? Sparkly? How surprising. Not really. And then the other one that I bought at Goodwill. Oh, by the way, the other reason I bought these was because of the price. Look, Hobby Lobby wanted to sell these for only almost $9 a piece, whereas Goodwill was selling them for $5. And then I've got a Premier Sweet Roll. There was only one of these. I looked online. These are $6. And they were selling it for $4. So not as much as the savings there when you just do a straight up price comparison. But that also doesn't include shipping. So, the Sweet Roll is a 4-weight. It's 100% acrylic. Yeah, there we go. It's got 245 yards. This is Gelato Pop. I just like purple and blue. Make a hat. And there'll be enough left over to make a palm if I want to. And then, if you remember, I had made a corner-to-corner blanket in this yarn. I had a little bit left over, and I said I wasn't going to add a border, that I was just going to leave it as is. Well then, of course, a lot of you know, Boggy Creek blankets have to be certain dimensions. I didn't originally make that a Boggy Creek blanket, but I'm like, you know what? If I add a border, it can be a Boggy Creek blanket. So that's what I'm going to do. I've already added a little bit of a border to it. And I think last time I measured, it was right at either 38 or 37 inches square. So I need to add 2 to 3 inches on all sides because it's a square in order for it to be a Boggy Creek blanket. And then I can send it off to Nancy. And then the other yarn that I bought is Lion Brand ice cream yarn. It's a 100% acrylic, lightweight 3. I already have quite a few skeins of this. It's just the I was working on making a blanket for my daughter, but then I realized my daughter actually has quite a few blankets. None of them are handmade, but she has, like, when I say she has at least 6 blankets, I'm not over exaggerating. So I was just like, you know what? My daughter doesn't need another blanket. And what she actually needs is more sweaters. She's got maybe 2 to her name. So it's just like, instead of a blanket, let me make a sweater. 98% sure that this will be going back to the store because I'm pretty sure I have enough. But, you know. And then speaking of sweaters, as I mentioned in another, I was going to put a frog closure on the hexagon cardigan that I had made for my daughter. Well, that was not working. I don't know if the directions, there's something about them that it's not working. So, I bought some buttons. These are 5/8 or 16 millimeter. And I got them in silver because there are parts of that sweater that are gray. And that way they'll stand out against the purple, but they'll still match. And I think I got 3 of these. They're just hiding in the bag because I wasn't sure if 6 buttons was going to be enough or not. So there you go. That's what I bought today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving me a like below. Feel free to comment. Consider subscribing if you have not. Share me with my friends and yours. Share me with your friends too. And in the meantime, make what makes you merry. Ciao.